Hello everybody, I hope everyone's having a great Patriots Day. I know I am. And we're back outside with some more science activities. This first one is going to be a bit of a magic trick, because we all know all science is good magic. And this is going to need a few things around the house. The first thing is three identical glass bottles. These are like Coke Zero bottles, some water, and I'm going to put a little bit of food coloring in the water so that you can see it, and three identical knives that we're going to be using. I would rather metal knives and make sure they're identical. And then I'm just going to stir the water up with a little bit of a stir right here. So first things first, I'm just going to put some food coloring in the water so that we can see it. And this magic trick is going to be talking about a few different science ideas. One is gravity, and the other one is forces and how to balance them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all three of these knives, and we're going to make a very interesting pattern with them, which I'll show you in just a second. And we're going to place them on the glass bottles, and we're going to be able to balance a water cup that you wouldn't think you could be able to balance. Okay? So I'm going to show you the pattern that we're going to use with the knives first, because it's a little bit tricky and it takes a little while to get used to. So the first thing you do is you take two of the knives, and you set one of them on top of the other like this, kind of like an X pattern. And then you take a third one and you do the same. What's tricky about it is that you need to intertwine them in a way that they can balance by themselves on top of the glass bottles. Alright, so let's place the glass bottles in a small triangle, like so. And then we're going to place these knives as such. So I'm going to start with just two of them to form the X pattern like I said. And it's going to be a little tricky and it's going to take me a little bit of time, so please be patient with me. Alright? And the idea is you want each of the butt ends of each knife on the mouth of one of the bottles, okay? So this is going to get real tricky, and you're going to try it a bunch of times, and you're finally going to get it. So I think it's best to use two of them, and then to have the third one come in right after, and you intertwine like this, okay? And what's cool is you make this really cool triangle pattern, as you can see. So let's try it now. Alright, just like this. Okay? Okay, so now that we have them lined up, as you can see, each of the butt ends of each of the knives are in the middle of the glass bottle mouths. Right here, and right here. And to make this look really pretty, it's best to line the butts of the knives up kind of in the middle of the mouth like that. And the farther you can go, the better. I think that's lined up pretty well. Alright, so this in itself is actually a bit of a magic trick, right? Because if we just had one of the knives in one of the Coke bottles, the knife would instantly fall, right? If we had a bottle right here and we just had one knife, the knife is going to fall. So what we do is we try to balance all of the knives with one another so that they stay stable. And if you don't believe me that these are balanced perfectly, I'm going to place a glass cup of water that we filled earlier right in the middle to see if anything's going to fall. So if it's balanced correctly, then hopefully it shouldn't fall. And if it's not balanced correctly, then it's going to fall off. So we're going to try this really slowly, right in the middle. All right, look at that. So this is so sturdy that even a glass filled with water won't fall through. And what happens is that each knife in each direction perfectly balances so that the left side and the right side of the knife doesn't fall. Because if one side is feels a little bit heavier of a force than the other side, then it's going to fall in that direction. And the side that's not balanced by the bottle is balanced by another knife on the other side.